Forget international friendlies. You want to see countries really go to war. Don't look at the borders, look at the derbies, because every country has that one match that splits cities, families, religions, and sometimes skulls. Let's start with the one that almost became a civil war. Number 1, Argentina, Boca Juniors versus River Plate, Super Clásico. Started as neighbors, ended as enemies. River Plate used to play in the working-class La Boca neighborhood until they packed their bags and moved uptown. Boca stayed. That class divide turned into a full-blown war. River got the name Los Millonarios for buying star players. Boca. They embraced the grit of the docks. By the 1930s, the fights weren't just about goals, they were about pride. In 1959, Boca fans literally torched a River shirt with a blowtorch in the stadium. In 2004, the Copa Libertadores semi-final turned into chaos, with police on the pitch, tear gas, players crying, and the rivalry nearly erupting into civil war. But 2018 took things to another level. The Libertadores final, Boca versus River. The bus carrying the Boca players got ambushed, windows shattered, players bleeding. The match was moved, not to a neutral venue, but to an entirely different continent. Madrid, Spain. This game holds the record as the only derby so dangerous that they moved it to another continent. Number 2, Brazil, Flamengo versus Fluminense, Fla-Flu. Same stadium, same city, same fans, but total chaos. This started in 1911 when nearly the entire Fluminense team quit and formed Flamengo's football team. A full squad mutiny. Fast forward a few decades, and Fla-Flu became the most theatrical rivalry in South America. They share the Maracanã, but that doesn't mean peace. In 1963, a record 194,000 fans showed up. Final score, 0-0. Yeah, Brazil shows up for the drama, not the goals. It's not about hate, it's about embarrassment. Flamengo fans once brought a coffin to the stadium with Fluminense written on it. Fluminense responded with funeral music. Ronaldinho even played for both clubs because why not add some spice? Only Brazilians could make a blood feud look like a carnival. Number 3, Spain, Real Madrid versus Barcelona, El Clásico. Started with trophies, turned into propaganda. Real Madrid became Franco's poster club. Barcelona. They represented Catalonia's resistance. It was never just a match. It was the dictatorship versus the rebels. The Di Stefano saga in the 1950s said it all. Both clubs had deals for him. Suddenly, Franco's government decided Di Stefano should play for Madrid. That flipped the power dynamic. And don't forget that 11-1 Madrid win in 1943. Rumour has it that Barca's players got a not-so-friendly visit from government officials at half-time. Fast forward to the Messi-Ronaldo era. Messi scored 26 El Clásico goals. He even held his shirt up at Camp Nou. Mourinho poked Barca's assistant in the eye. In 2011 alone, they played 6 Clásicos in 18 days. Each one was more toxic than the last. Number 4, England, Liverpool versus Manchester United. This wasn't built on location, it was built on empire beef. In the 19th century, Liverpool created a new canal to bypass Manchester's trade routes. That's where the tension started, not on grass, but on water. Fast forward to football, and the rivalry went nuclear. Liverpool ran the 1970s and 80s. United took the 2000s. 2011, United fans unveiled a banner, 19 greater than 18. Liverpool fired back in 2020 with their Premier League win. Salah turned into their revenge weapon. But things got nasty off the pitch too. Luis Suarez racially abused Patrice Evra, then refused to shake his hand. The fan chants, Hillsborough, Munich. No topic is off limits. This rivalry isn't toxic, it's radioactive. Number 5, Germany, Borussia Dortmund versus Bayern Munich, der Classiker. It's not regional, it's not historic, it's theft. Bayern Munich didn't just beat Dortmund, they raided them. Lewandowski, Götze, Hummels. One by one, Bayern bought them all, just after Dortmund developed them. In 2013, it reached its peak. The Champions League final, Wembley, all-German final. Bayern versus Dortmund. Bayern wins 2-1. Heartbreak on the world stage. Then they took Götze. Again. Dortmund fans hate Bayern's corporate dominance. Red Bull, Adidas, Audi. It's the most Bavarian boardroom you've ever seen. Dortmund is DIY, yellow smoke, and punk energy. It's capitalism versus rebellion. Number 6, Italy, AC Milan versus Inter, Derby della Madonnina. They started together, split by ideology. Inter was created because AC Milan refused to sign foreign players. Yeah, they broke up over immigration policy. Classic Italy. By the 1960s, the two clubs had fully separated identities. Milan had the glam, Inter had the grind. Think Berlusconi versus Moratti, think Kaká versus Zanetti. And if you want chaos, try 2005. Inter fans threw flares on the pitch. One hit Dida, game abandoned. Then came 2023. Inter destroyed Milan 5-1. Fans dressed up as Grim Reapers, brought a coffin, sang funeral hymns in San Siro. Same stadium, same city, but they'd rather burn it down than share glory. Only Italians can make football feel like opera. But if you want passion, head to Mexico and pack earplugs. Number 7, Mexico, Club America versus Chivas, El Super Clásico. This is Mexico's national civil war disguised as a football match. Club America represents the capital. Money, power, sponsors, flash. They're the team of Televisa, the team of suits, the so-called Yankees of Mexico. Meanwhile, Chivas, pure tradition. They only field Mexican players, no exceptions. Their fans chant, "We bleed red, white and green," and they mean it. When these two collide, it's never quiet. In 1983, one match ended with 10 red cards. That's not a match, that's a WWE Royal Rumble. Brawls broke out on the pitch, on the sidelines, in the stands. That game is still studied like a national crisis. Club America has had the upper hand lately, winning titles and dominating the league. But Chivas, they remain the people's team, the pride of Guadalajara. Even when they lose, they carry that badge like it's family. This derby isn't just about points, it's a culture war. It's working class versus elite. It's roots versus riches. It's the country tearing itself in half twice a season. Like what you're seeing, help us hit 5,000 subs before the next El Clásico kicks off. Let's continue. Number 8, Egypt, Al Ahly versus Zamalek, Cairo derby. In Africa and the Arab world, no match is watched more than this one. Al Ahly versus Zamalek. The Cairo derby is a national event and usually a national emergency. Al Ahly was born from nationalist ideals, the club of resistance, of identity. Zamalek, once known as the club of kings, aristocrats, and colonial officers. From the start, the fight wasn't just on the field, it was in the DNA. In 1971, the match was literally stopped mid-game after a player boycott. In 2020, Zamalek just didn't show up. Claimed the bus broke down. No one believed them, not even their own fans. Ultras are technically banned now. It doesn't matter. In 2023, there were fireworks in the crowd, a pitch invasion, and referees escorted off the pitch like fugitives. This isn't a match. It's football under martial law. Number 9, Turkey, Galatasaray versus Fenerbahce, the Intercontinental derby, Istanbul. A city split in two, Europe and Asia. And in between, carnage. Galatasaray versus Fenerbahce is not a derby, it's a declaration of war. They first met in 1909. The match ended with police stepping in. That set the tone for the next century. In 1996, Galatasaray boss Graham Souness planted their flag in the middle of Fenerbahce's pitch. Like a Viking, he had to be escorted out of the country. 2012 saw one of the ugliest brawls in football history. 30+ injuries, broken seats, bleeding fans, riot police, everywhere. It looked like a war documentary. Even today, these games are surrounded by military police. Stadiums get turned into fortresses. Flares, fireworks, and flying fists are tradition. Number 10, USA, LA Galaxy versus LAFC, El Tráfico. In Los Angeles, traffic isn't just on the highways, it's on the pitch. LA Galaxy, the old kings, Beckham, Donovan, trophies, glam. Then in 2018, LAFC pulled up like a gangster in a movie. New, aggressive, loud. They weren't just challenging LA Galaxy, they were declaring war. Zlatan Ibrahimovic showed up, called himself a Ferrari among Fiats, then dropped 2 goals in 20 minutes. One from 40 yards. That wasn't football, that was theatre. Him versus Carlos Vela became the headline. By 2023, they were selling out the freaking Rose Bowl. Over 82,000 fans showed up. MLS called it passion. Europeans called it cosplay. But American fans, they're catching on. Smoke bombs, chants, full-on brawls. Slowly but surely, even the US is starting to understand that rivalry means war. Number 11, South Korea, FC Seoul versus Suwon Samsung, super match. Forget K-dramas. This is the real drama. FC Seoul and Suwon Samsung don't just play, they battle like bitter corporate enemies. Because they kind of are. Suwon is backed by Samsung, Seoul by LG. It's like a tech war, but with red cards. Suwon is blue collar. Seoul is the capital's pride. It's class versus culture. Fans go all out. Funeral processions for the losing side. Banners the size of small buildings. In 2006, a Seoul fan literally attacked Suwon's coach at a restaurant. No context, just rage. It remains the fieriest derby in Asia, not the most famous, but the most personal, the one where insults get shouted in full sentences. Number 12, India, Mohun Bagan versus East Bengal, Kolkata derby. This rivalry is over a century old. Mohun Bagan versus East Bengal isn't just a football match, it's South Asia's emotional earthquake. Mohun Bagan fans are descendants of the native Bengali population. East Bengal fans came from across the border, now Bangladesh. The division is raw. It's not just two clubs, it's two histories crashing into each other. In 1997, 131,000 fans crammed into Salt Lake Stadium. People sat on walls, climbed trees, anything to see the game. The match sparked a stampede. Every time these two play, local hospitals prepare like it's a festival. Red cards, chaos, and screaming fans are standard. But for these supporters, this match is spiritual. It's about who you are and where you came from. Which rivalry was the most intense, the most personal, the most violent? And which one did we miss? Tell us below. Because this planet doesn't just play football, it lives it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, hit subscribe, and come back for more football drama in snackable doses.